my windows here. Got the beard back. Hello. And we have a VOD review from I believe his Reddit name was Parooo. It's several O's. He's a platinum player in his VODs for Soldier 76 from Roadhog.
Beat you guys on that round. That was too funny.
Make sure my
That
pen's
was
working.
the dumbest thing I've ever been a part of. I don't know. Everyone just fucking mind farted.
Okay,
so
pen
you
works.
guys
Skirt.
really toxic, so fuck you. No.
This is a Super Saiyan.
And this is to go even further beyond. Anyways, the repositioning here. So I was gonna go on a rant about how pen. Okay, I was gonna go on a rant about how I get kind of annoyed now when I see soldiers play. Holy fuck, that pen size is thick as hell. Holy fuck. Hold on. When I see soldiers play up here, because like the problem with this is that when you're trying to win like a shield war that goes on here, this is like way out of effective range for soldier to be any help to this shield war. There's not really any useful point to it. It kind of like the only thing is that it gives your mercy somewhere to fly to, but then aside from that, like you just lose shield war, the enemy pushes in, and then like even then this will kind of be out of range of soldiers shooting range. But I believe it's 40 meters before his damage starts to fall off. So, you know, it's good that you weren't there, but also this is a weird position to take anyways. Because the thing with this is that you can't really peel for anybody. So your Ana is probably playing back here, but you give Ana Mercy, which is a weird support duo anyways. It's actually probably right now one of the worst support duos to have because you have no defensive ult and you have two very vulnerable healers. So I would play either right here or I would try to assist with the shield break going on here. So with this positioning, you have sightlines of here. So if anybody's here, you can shoot at them. If anybody's next to the van, you can shoot at them. Once the shield gets to the choke, you can still contribute to shield break by moving back here. You have sightlines of this window. If anybody gets through this window, you can stop them or discourage them from coming through. You have sightlines of anybody going through here, and you can even poke in a little bit, do some damage there. You have sightlines of anybody that goes on this bridge, and you can see the upper back area there as well. If you find yourself taking a lot of damage here, the point is right here with a wall behind it that you can fall behind really quickly. And on top of that, the best part is that there's a mega right there that you can get very quickly to. So, two great Soldier 76 positionings right here, or right here, right here. There's also a mini here to fall back to, and your Ana will be in the back here. So you've got your two healers here, and it's just beautiful. So those are the two positionings I would have chosen. I didn't play the video entirely, so I don't know if you do settle on this positioning or not, but we'll see this.
Can I get a dab of healing behind your Mercy?
What?
Dab of...
You got a baby in the background?
Can I get a dab of healing behind your Mercy? Yes, not me. It's alright too, I guess.
Decent. Good, decent aim. You should be like firing your missile into that instead of holding it. It will help with the shield break a lot more. So this is where you just run. Like I would not try to engage this Widow at all, especially since she's already tagged you for like what's it called, half of your HP and a body shot. I would just pen? Okay. My pen likes to be fucking weird sometimes. It doesn't work. I would drop like right here, or I would just like run straight. I would not like hesitate to just dip completely. In fact, I would have been like checking the tab really often just to see if they have a Widow. I don't think anybody on your team called out that they have a Widow. I don't know if anyone else is calming on your team. But this is one of the bigger dangers of being on this high ground. So like I explained before, these two great positionings for Soldier 76 also benefit from the Widow pick, which I should have mentioned before in predictions of the enemy comp, saying if you think they're gonna have a Widow, they should probably play here. So on top of these already being two great positionings because of the reasons I mentioned before, these play against the Widow very well because you can take cover here, you can drop below here, which the Widow has no sightlines down there, or if you're over here, you can go into this corner, you can still help with shield break, you can still peel for your tanks, or you can play behind this wall. In which case, this is not the best place, but it will have to do. But definitely right here.
I have a Widow now.
They've had one.
Oh, there's home.
Your Hanzo's
You're
carrying,
inside.
that's good.
Hurt. I have
Your
no-
Ryan seems to be chasing a Mercy, so that kind of sucks for your team.
I'm just ulting. I'm ulting choke. I'm scared.
We're up 1.
It's plat, no one will do calls use it at all.
Clear the point.
It's weird. You get games like that in GM,
2 on point.
games like that in Bronze. It happens.
God damn it.
Hi, Soak.
Fuck me, I got Widow's right.
This is where you run. No, this is where you run.
Pride's 1. Literally.
You have to know what fights you can take. So your Mercy's dead. I believe your Ana's dead too, is she? Or she's off somewhere fucking off. So your Ana's dead, your shield's dead. The enemy Reinhardt's got like no reason not to just fight you on point.
Fuck me, I got
I mean, yeah, he almost dies for it, but he's got like almost all of his HP by the time he engages you. It's only kind of like he would have just won this fight if you had just backed off, like ran away and then shot him a little more.
Pride's 1. Literally 50 HP.
No reason you should have died there.
Oh, you whiffed the scatter.
You know I'm seeing like a lot of people lately with open mics. What's the deal with that? I wonder what's up with that. Maybe it's easier for a lot of people now. I've never seen so many open mics until recently. Not that I really mind or care, but just wonder what's up with that.
Oh.
Nothing on you. Just
I
wonder.
have ult.
We can
if I
probably
leave it
still
back.
hold that.
To me, it's easier to press a button to talk than it is to like press a button to unmute and then a button to mute again.
Don't think it's. Oh, we might be able to retake. Someone's get on right side.
Hell no. Hell no, you're not gonna retake that. You run. This was terrible. Oh no.
I mean, we have a Widow.
You are actually right now at such a even worse, such a terrible disadvantage for this next point. If the enemy team is any good, they're gonna snowball this so fucking hard on you guys. All they have to do is get a point presence to win on you guys. Like they don't have to do anything else at all. If all of them get on point immediately, like right now, they will win this just easily. Like that.
Pull back the point, guys.
And their Widow killed herself. Okay. The Widow on the enemy team was like, "Hey, everyone's dying. I guess I should too." So it was really good that you went up on this positioning. You saw that your teammates are stalling out the points, so you can take the time to go up on this positioning. Advisor, this was a good play. So, what I advise every soldier to do, there's an animation cancel in which you can place your heal station down and visor at the same time, and there is no animation for the heal station. And I would recommend that you always do that because once you get to higher elos, which you will, you're actually not. I'm surprised you're in plat. You once you realize when you get to higher elos, you're gonna find that a lot of people are just gonna like look straight at you. Like you pressing your Q button as soldier makes you a big fucking target, especially for divas that are almost always gonna fly at you immediately, no matter what. They're just gonna drop whatever they do and fly at you. So always visor and heal station cancel. We can do a demonstration of that later too.
What is one? Nice.
2 seconds.
What the
Sorry.
fuck?
Sorry.
At first I thought I got
You can helix him. You know he doesn't have deflect. You saw him deflect.
fire strike somehow, like
You should always, unless you're like really confident you can hit a body shot with it, like you should always shoot the helix at the feet.
there. Oh, that was funny, dude.
Get you one. No.
I think he was way too much damage. 100. Holy shit.
I got away. I'm going high ground.
Coming up.
You're insane.
You were just getting carried. So far this game, I can't say that you're like particularly bringing down your team. I hope this isn't a one game, cause fuck, I don't like doing one games. Like your whole team is like just playing better without you. Like you're not really doing much. You're putting in some damage, but that's about it.
Genji?
I was a little ambitious.
Your Ren took down 2 people with nano boost.
He's low.
You got 2 main tanks. It's like have I seen you finish off a kill?
Just,
Their Widow killed
oh
herself
my
again.
God.
Like, I hope this isn't
That's
a one
not the
game.
first time he's
Okay,
done
so that was a waste of heal station. There's like nothing here that's immediate danger. The heal station for soldier is like super important. Like, it is a huge deterrent for like literally everybody on their team. Like these people are completely deterred from attacking you if you have this heal station up. When you get to Harrylos, and I'm using that excuse again, like all these people, especially these 2, are gonna fuck on you so hard once they see that you don't have your heal station, or they're gonna like go up to you and then watch you waste it, leave, and then once the heal station is gone, they're gonna come back and fuck on you. So I used this analogy from my Roadhog VOD review the other day, but let's see, get colors. Let's get the colors. So think of this as Soldier's heal station, and totally not religious propaganda. Religious propaganda. Religious propaganda. So, with heal station gone, it's a big old fucking green light for the enemy team to just walk the fuck in. Heal station is supposed to be one big fucking red light. Because when you have it, it deters other people from fucking getting on you. Like a soldier during heal station is really fucking hard to kill. And on top of this, your mercy was also like really nearby on the other side. Like if you needed heals, you could have just asked for it. So this healing station was really wasted. It seems that you've not got really like problems with mechanics, but your game sense and your cooldown usage are, like need work. Your positioning and your mechanics are not bad, but your game sense and your cooldown usage definitely need work.
They're going around the left.
I would just drop completely.
They're
See,
down.
like you should never put yourself in a staircase like that. It's so much easier for you to just drop down, and it's so much safer. I believe there was a I was watching an IOStuck's video, and he was talking about how there's this thing called the stairway of death, and the thing is, when you go down a stairway that leads into a door and all that, your head will be peeking like that, and your whole body will be peeking like that. So while this doesn't apply in this situation, I'm just saying this is a general rule of thumb as one of the reasons why it's really dangerous to go down staircases. The enemy team will see your body before you can even see anybody. You'll be taking damage before you can even see anybody. And on top of that, like just going down narrow hallways, especially in this like Junkrat meta and all that shit, is just super scary. Like any opportunity you can, you just leave the safest way possible, especially since you have nobody here to fall back to. You could see like a little while ago,
First time he's done that.
your whole team is over here. So like even better, you just fall back there where your whole team is. That would be the play for you.
They're going around the left.
So you looked at your whole team and then you actively ran away for them.
They're down.
And then you probably put your Mercy in danger too because she's healing you. Yeah, look, there she is. Oh no, okay, she dropped off. She did the thing that you should have done.
I got ulted.
It's a good
dead.
kill.
Go Parooo.
Good visor. Good visor.
Yeah, boy.
Run. You're good. Waste a healing station again. You got both your healers there. It's good visor though. I like the position you took for it.
I am.
Top left.
Soldier, let's go. Let's go for him. Let's go for him. Let's go.
Alright, I'm going.
I like how aggressive your team is. I love teams like that.
We're up, still up on that. Don't get ulted.
I just love it.
We get the Kingu.
I love how aggressive it is.
He's 1 HP. Got him. I totally fed for that though. I'm trying to get back.
Oh, I died.
I hope your Ryan charges him. It'll be funny. No, that sucks.
Uh,
No, you're just going for it.
Don't get too aggro.
Your Ryan probably's got shatter like every fight. You just let him walk all over.
This is a very ambitious.
Hey, look, he's got it again. Good reposition.
Like ambitious.
Well, I can't just say he's feeding. That's toxic.
Yeah, this is where it would have been really beneficial for you to have your heal station. The visor is kind of worth it. It's pretty worth it. You got the Mercy, which kind of halts their push. Mercy dead on the attack of TCP is pretty much just a loss fight immediately. So once you get your defenders respawned back, you'll probably win this. I could see you winning this. Unless your team goes full bot mode. See, their soldier just went up on high ground. He might have visor. That'll actually be really bad for you, too. He's just free shooting from up there.
Nano, when I come back, you can nano me. I'm going up, Nana.
Soldier one.
It's pretty good. You almost
Yeah,
killed him.
heal bad.
If you would have visored. I mean, what's it called? Missile.
Soldier.
Well, I guess you had it up cooldown until you died, didn't you? Yeah, you had it up
Soldier
cooldown.
one. He got healed bad. Oh fuck.
So realistically, that fight could have gone a lot better if there was like somebody calling who they were shooting at. Like if you would have been screaming to get on the soldier, I think your Winston jumped up with Nano and like didn't get on the soldier.
I'm going up, Nana.
Soldier one.
Yeah, he went on the Mercy.
He got healed bad. Oh fuck.
He went on the Valkyrie Mercy. So it's like if there's just anybody shot calling here, like just talking about hey, I'm shooting soldier, let's shoot soldier, or hey, soldier's visoring, let's kill visor, like that sort of stuff, you could have won this fight pretty easily. Which is not entirely your fault, but you know, be the change you want to see in others. Okay, so we're going on Tracer for the stall here.
I'm going to get him.
You've got like some fucking Stairway of Death. Got like some anime going on in the background or something.
Someone had to be on point.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody contesting where they should have been.
No, you just didn't have any focus fire. It was a one fight for you guys pretty easily, but there was no focus fire, so nothing died. We all shot shit and they didn't die. I dropped 200 SR the other day because people thought it's cool to throw in mid masters. Now I'm low masters. It's like that. Masters game has been pretty annoying. Very hard to climb.
Soldier's one dropped. Soldier no E.
I just tried
Good
going
double
in.
min tank. So yeah, no, you just basically asked to die here. I'm surprised you didn't even get pinned either. You had a plan there in which that was like to take a position, but you didn't take the position. You got caught up with your
I just tried going in because, you know.
Do we get to draw it? Is it here? Fuck it, we'll draw half of it. I think this counts. How do I draw half of it? It'd be like that. Yeah. We'll give you a half goldfish syndrome. So for those who don't know, goldfish syndrome, as I explain it, goldfish have the memory span of 3 seconds. So when I use goldfish syndrome in my VOD reviews, use it as an example. Hey, there's a Reinhardt. Hey, there's a soldier. Hey, there's a Moira. Hey, there's a Winston.
I just
Hey,
tried going in.
the soldier. Whoa, hey, there's a Reaper. Oh, I mean that. Right. You get the idea. Basically, there's such a thing in Overwatch, in any game, any competitive online game, as target priority. There'll be certain things and certain objectives that are more important for you to accomplish, as opposed to switching targets literally every fucking 3 seconds. You can clearly see that your team is trying to push in aggressively. They're actually not even worried too much about winning the shield war. So there's no reason for you to get caught up shooting people that your team is not shooting at and switching targets before anything even happens, or you even calling that you're switching targets. I'm not sure the Rhine does.
I just tried.
No, yeah, the Rhine doesn't die. The Rhine's like 2 HP too, right? Yeah, the Rhine's like 2 HP. And doesn't die. And you switch your target focus like a billion times. Yeah, you get a half a goldfish for that.
I just tried going in. Because
The enemy Winston gets pinned, but it doesn't die. Would be nice if you had your damage there, right? So that's a very clear like lack in awareness in game sense and just decision making. Like you have to know what your objective is on soldier. In this case, you can easily see like from the way your team is playing is to be very aggressive and to follow up on damage that they're doing. It's really weird the way your Ryan is playing because he's not really playing Ryan to shield. He's playing Ryan like he's Winston or something. Like he'll put his shield up every few moments or so, but like otherwise he's just going the fuck in and doing damage. Fine by me, I guess, but it's weird. But you can see what he's doing, and all you have to do is just follow up on the damage he's doing. Like they're clearly letting him walk all over. So just follow up on his damage, and you guys will win easily.
Yeah, I can give it a shot. I'm really low though.
holy
He's one body.
Rat's behind, one shot. Rat's out.
Why is there a trap here?
Anytime you get trapped, immediately look down and melee. That will break the mine if there is a mine there. It's a small chance that you'll get it in time, but it's better than just sitting there and accepting your death. Look down and melee always when you get trapped.
RC.
Immediately. Must be like a second fucking instinct. That sucks.
What the fuck was he doing?
Killing your supports? No, okay.
Just let him do.
That's good.
Making sure I'm staying on it this time.
Oh, your background is like so fucking alive. Overstayed, you're welcome.
Probably shouldn't try to duel the widow.
Yeah,
Alright, you can take
not your
it
job.
if you want.
That was
I'll
fucked
give him a
up,
second
dude.
healer.
You can contest the widow, but it's not dueling her, it's contesting her. Usually you would try to do it from the safety of cover or behind a range shield. If you put in a few shots on her, especially headshots, it'll aim punch her and will make it way harder for her to hit her shots. But I would not overstay my welcome because eventually she's gonna figure out where you're gonna peek from. Like, and as you climb, like the widows are just gonna get better and better and better and better. Like it's super super vital for you to do that from either cover or from behind the shield.
Oh,
Ow.
No point in dying there for free.
Which is honestly fine as long as you hit shots.
Push, push, push.
Just burn down this Winston.
Soldier behind.
Soldier, one hit.
No, stay on the Winston. Killed your Ryan. You switched targets again. You can't do that. You cannot keep doing that.
Oh, watch out.
That's good crouch, man. What the fuck? Do you have like a hamster talking in the background or something? Like, what is that? Do your cats talk? Both your healers are dead. I would like be careful about doing much of anything here. No, 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 no.
Black Male to Mercy.
Both your healers are dead. There's no point to this.
Ulted to kill the Mercy and then she flew into our spawn.
There's no way you win this, and your Ryan is even just fucking stalling himself out even longer. You have to wait for your fucking healers to get back.
combo with grab.
That was a big mistake there. And now your Mercy fucking Valked, and oh my god, you guys are just feeding now. Your Mercy actually just like fed the enemy team like a shit ton of ult charge.
What the fuck, dude? This is so annoying.
But I guess the enemy team's worse or something. Oh no, never mind. I came back.
Just behind me.
The enemy soldier's carrying. Oh, you always gotta shoot that at the feet, dog. You died to a healer.
I got grab.
I'll just, spam him.
Just let him just regroup.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
That was good. It was good, Helix. Took you a little long to follow up on that. Oh, look at that soldier go! He still couldn't hit him. He's just moving a little too much, huh?
Make sure you keep our Mercy alive.
Gotta kill him faster. Nope, he's 1 HP. Just sprint up there. There was no need for that.
Mercy.
Ooh, that sucks.
He shot at me. There's still a soldier on high
He's
ground.
on the high ground.
Oh, there he goes.
Someone's gotta go get him down. They have a main now.
Can we do all check?
Ooh. That's cool. I like that.
Thank you.
Ult check.
Mercy!
Skirt. Oh, never mind, we got one.
If she gets that off.
Mercy has
Holy
already
fuck.
won.
Oh my god. Wow. Mercy's got bigger balls than you do.
Regroup.
Like, she stands still basically. Like, just headshot her.
They have no ults now.
Ooh,
Sad guys.
close.
76 is looking out back. Oh, fuck.
What the
Yeah, he's
fuck?
literally
What?
just carrying their team.
Oh my god. The team is just like endlessly feeding.
Oh. My god, where are they?
Oh, we have Valk. They don't. Should be winnable.
Where are the heals? You just saw your healer die in front of you. What is this far talking about? You just saw the Mercy die in front of him. I think your Mara died during ult. You're far wasted your barrage. Run just charged in. Also, I just realized, do you not have... Yeah, you don't have allied health bars turned on. Why not? You should have those on. It's like super important. Especially like you can build a shit ton of ult charge if you heal your teammates. Like legit just builds ult charge like no other. It's so cool. Turn on allied health bars. You should really know what your teammates' health is. Okay. Drop your heals. No, you're not supposed to drop from there. No!
There we go.
And you got it, but that is not your job. Like, the Moira was gonna go back to point anyways. You could have just stayed up there and waited for her to go back to point. That would have been a moment where it's like kind of okay to switch targets because she's out of sight, but you have like superior positioning that's super hard for them to contest. There's no reason for you to drop from that positioning. Absolutely none. Ooh, the double shield cancer. That sucks. Get triple DPS. Double shields. It's pretty cancer. Means they've only got Moira for heal though. So they have like no sustain. A Sombra in this comp could do a lot actually. Or if you get like Hog Junkrat. Yeah, no, you kind of just asked to die there.
Sebastian's just gonna carry it.
Yeah, because you walked in like dummies. Thinking he was gonna shoot you.
Somehow get the point.
So you've got Ryan Winston, which I guess you've had the whole fucking game for some reason. So the play there is to at least like maybe if you can try to set up something for your team. The Winston jumps in, shields, does whatever damage he can to the people sitting on Bastion, and then as he starts taking damage as the shield breaks, your Ryan comes in and shields that. Or your Ryan can come in, pin the Bastion, which kills him instantly, and then your Winston can initiate afterwards, and you can follow up on targets after that. So, I mean, that would be the play there. For you, I would not have gone left because it's way too open, and you would not have any time, as you could see, to get set up in any position. I would have gone on the right side, gone up on the high ground, and shot the Bastion from behind. That makes the Bastion have to turn around, and it gives your tanks a moment to walk in, and that would be huge. It especially helps if your Ryan like just pins the Bastion and it's over and done with. Like there's a play that you could have gone for that would have actually just won your team the game, because your team is having trouble dealing with this Bastion pick, and just going on to the right where like, well, let's see it from here. Like if you just go on this wall and then just run straight like that, like he's hardly gonna do any damage to you. That would have been the play. Just run straight through here, go up on the higher ground, go up on this bridge, and then peek from here, shoot this Bastion from behind. That was the play that you needed to take to win that. So now you're just gonna stagger in like dummies and oh well, no, never mind. You got no time.
I'd honestly say Bastion and Tor.
Okay, so now you're playing a main tank, and you've got two main tanks once again.
That's pretty OP.
Yeah, and
Can't even
It's
see
not
you
OP.
from the choke. Or at the choke.
They even have time to run a Sombra and just completely fuck your defense. I guess we're reviewing an Orisa VOD now. We went from DPS to main tank. So this was a misuse of Fortify. Most Orisa players, if not all, any fucking good Orisa players, will use Fortify to mitigate the cooldown between their shields. There's no reason actually to use Fortify almost ever unless your Rhine shield goes down, since you've got double shield. So unless you're being dove on in particular, there's like no reason to use Fortify. Most Orisas will use it if their shield breaks before their next shield goes off cooldown. And you also just shot like 1 billion damage in the deflecting Genji. You should be like mini grabbing people to get them back into your line of sight. There you go. It's good. Your Rhine is like shielding nothing when you have your shield up. Okay, now he should be, yeah, okay, that's fine for him to play aggressive. Although I don't know how much health he's got. Don't have allied help bars on. Junker gets melted, it's fine. What are you looking back for?
Ryan has ult.
You gotta stop shooting the deflecting Genji. There's a big shiny sound that he makes when he's deflecting. He goes shing.
Fuck.
So you make, I think, 3 big mistakes here.
Ryan has ult. Ryan has ult.
So I'll be once again shooting to the deflecting Genji. Once again wasting your Fortify. The shield is not really your fault. No, it's not really you. But the bongo was wasted. You bongoed when your shield was down, and therefore your bongo has no protection, and also you have no protection to make use of the bongo's extra damage. The play for you, once you saw that your Rhine was dead, was to back the fuck up. Especially since your Mercy somehow got pinned. Like, you just back up, and then you shield the Bastion and prepare for whatever onslaught the enemy team is about to prepare on you. You bongo the Bastion, and that will be actually overpowered.
Fuck. I have a TV, so I better get back.
Didn't even know you had a smash trap. Wasted shield.
I'm not gonna go back.
Not gonna do anything.
You have to come back.
Good shield. You hear that on the right. That's fair enough.
I kept us alive. Woo woo.
You're inside. They're still high ground.
Armor's on the point.
It's fine. It's a good mini grove. Your shield's about to expire. There it goes.
Pooped him.
I think Mercy just got him. Genji's flanking as well.
Can Genji deflect mini graph? He should be able to, right?
This game's so fucking garbage. Oh my god. How'd that work?
You didn't send me a loss, you sent me a draw. So where's the Roadhog? Is it like immediately in the next one? We'll do Roadhog. So your soldier play, like, I guess we should go over your soldier play first. So your soldier play has no noticeable mechanics or positioning issues. Like maybe 3 or 4 positioning issues, but I went over those. Your mechanics is pretty good for somebody in plat. I was not expecting it to be that good. So we'll go mechanics. What's this? we'll give this like a 6 out of 10. Pretty good for being in plat. Positioning 6 out of 10. You seem to have the right idea in most cases. You just dropped off the high ground either from a weird place or you dropped off the high ground when you shouldn't have, and that was not optimal. So that's that. But your game sense and your what's it called? What was the other one I mentioned? Oh yeah. Cooldown management, hot trash. 3 out of 10 for that. Cooldown management, 2 out of 10. So your bigger issues with game sense is that you did not recognize opportunities that would have like actually just won you games. You should like look over your own VODs if you don't already and think about every time you died, think about what you could have done differently and like what positions you could have taken, what maybe you could have communicated to your team, that sort of stuff. Like what could you have done differently that maybe you wouldn't have died there or your death would have had value to it. There's such things as a death that is not worthless in Overwatch, and that would be like, say you're in a Bastion, you're facing a Bastion comp and you're playing Tracer or something. Like if you pulse bomb the Bastion but you die for it somehow, like that's still a value pick, especially if you get your team to move in, especially if you get rezzed. Like that sort of stuff is like that's not a worthless death. There's such a thing as not dying worthlessly. But you did a lot of dying worthlessly. There's a lot of plays that you missed out on that you can recognize once you go back on your own play and think about it differently. And your cooldown management, you use your healing station a whole fuck ton. And even though I skipped to a random place, like I see you like your cooldown is off management here, and you're like full HP, like you probably just use it again without needing to actually use it. So a lot of it is just like you use your heal station for no good reason, and you have like your healers there, or you're not taking enough damage for it to be justifiable, or you use it while you're running away. Like I said, the healing station is a huge fucking red light for flankers and shit to get on you. When they know you have it, they're gonna be a lot more cautious about getting on you. But if you just throw it out like nothing, like it's fucking candy on Halloween, what's there to stop them from getting the fuck on you? Nothing. And you don't really use your Helix as much as I would like you to. I personally like to use it just about every chance I can. It's a free like 130 damage or 120. I don't remember exactly. I believe it's 130. It's just free damage, whether it's shield break, whether it's like hitting people with it, just use it and remember to shoot at people's feet with it. So yeah, for that VOD I would give you 5 out of 10. Most of your positive scores from that, but this shit was just hot trash. And you got half a goldfish, so that also brings down your score. Good thing it was in a